Daniel Bryan's IC title reign will steal the show in 2015 after WrestleMania 31. WrestleMania 31 was filled with lots of great moments that will have a huge impact on the rest of the year going forward. Streaks ended, new champions were crowned, and the landscape of the WWE title scene morphed into a picture that looks very promising. Outside of Seth Rollins cashing in on Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, the most crowd-pleasing reaction of the night for a new champion was undoubtedly Daniel Bryan's success in the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Going into WrestleMania, a good portion of the audience had hoped Bryan would leave with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but this is definitely a great consolation prize that may even pay off better in the long run. In fact, there is a good chance that Bryan's title reign will end up being the standout when compared to all others in 2015 for a multitude of different reasons. Sheer popularity. One aspect that cannot be ignored is the support in general that Bryan will get from the WWE Universe while holding on to this title. It's no surprise that when a champion typically is not getting a decent response from the crowd, he or she doesn't get to hold on to it too much longer. Why keep the focus on someone that doesn't draw? There's no need to worry about Bryan in this regard, seeing as how he is without a doubt still one of the most beloved members of the roster. That Yes movement will continue to support Bryan and be invested in his feuds, cheering him on and booing his opponents. In turn, this will justify spending more time on those programs, ensuring that Bryan is never really lost in the shuffle. Popularity breeds popularity. When something is viewed as being liked by a large number of people, more fans pop up through word of mouth being spread that they should join in with the crowd. Instead of the Intercontinental Championship being some afterthought to act onto a card at the last minute, with Bryan holding it, every show will put a good portion of the selling responsibility on his shoulders, and he'll succeed. Quality and quantity. Having Lesnar hold the WWE World Heavyweight Championship made that title seem extremely valuable due to his status and track record. However, the downside to Lesnar as champion meant that it was rarely seen, so while it was a big deal when he wrestled, it happened only a handful of times over the course of months. With Bryan, WWE will have a reliable hand that can be trusted to put on great performances every night. Seeing a great championship match come from Bryan won't be a rarity, it will be a standard. When Shawn Michaels was wrestling on a card, you could at least look forward to him having a good match even if everyone else dropped the ball. Similarly, if every other match on the Royal Rumble has a terrible build, at least the Royal Rumble match should be awesome. The same will go for Bryan. For the next onslaught of events, where Bryan is defending the title, fans should be able to trust that in the worst-case scenario, at least his segment should be entertaining. It's unlikely that fans will grow tired of seeing Bryan defend the title on a regular basis and yearn for WWE to go back to the style that has plagued the roster for years, where reigns are spread out with minimal matches that aren't good enough to hold fans over for a long time. The more Bryan defends the title and has good matches in the process, the bigger the legacy of his reign will grow and overshadow other divisions.